We are moving to... Here we are 2 years later, and we're moving again.
We're pros at this point.
And this is no small move. Like, we're not just moving across town shooting this video for kicks and giggles. No, we're doing another state move. So let's just dive right in as to why are we moving. Well, I think it all started, obviously, when I got pregnant. I'm currently, doing 2 months. So 7, 8 months pregnant, however you want to say it. I'm 32 weeks pregnant. When we found out we were pregnant, obviously your whole world just kind of shifts. And one of those things, for me at least, was, oh my gosh, I need a community around me. Because we have some friends here in Phoenix, but we don't have a solid group of community.
Well, and another thing is Phoenix is massive, so a lot of the friends we have and the people we're close to here live very far away in different parts of Phoenix. It's not like we have people just really close by. And I remember you telling me one of the first things you were thinking about was who's gonna throw me a baby shower?
Who's gonna come to my son's first birthday? And I was like, I don't want to go to Washington for all our big life events just so us and my son can be around a community of people. I want that where we live. Those are sad things to consider when you're having a child and you're so excited, and to feel I have no one around me to support me or share in that. It's a little isolating. So I don't know if we really talked about moving, but we definitely talked about going to Washington for the summers where our family live. Mm-hmm. I'm going to be a stay-at-home mom. Nolan can work from anywhere. So when we actually told our family we were pregnant, because we had 6 weeks to kind of process everything before we actually told anybody. And obviously the first question everyone asked was, are you guys moving back to Washington? And we're like, no, we like Arizona. We're happy where we're at.
Yeah. But, we want to come down in the summers and spend more time with family. That's important for us.
In June of this year, we went to Disneyland with Nolan's coworkers. We vlogged the trip. It was such a fun trip. Mm-hmm. And I remember thinking, I think it was after the first real day we were there. Yeah. I was like, I love these people. Mm-hmm. I am enjoying being around a community of people, and I'm having so much fun. They all live in Vegas. Well, for the most part, they live in Vegas.
Yeah, a good portion of them live there in Vegas. 'Cause I've always said, I'm like, do you like Vegas? I really like Vegas. And she's like, I understand why. Yeah. Because at the time, I was like, it would be awesome live in Vegas with, our friends / coworkers. That's when you started, you're like, after hanging out with them and stuff and going to Disneyland, you were like, I get why you like Vegas so much and why that's appealing. Because I never really was pushing let's move to Vegas, but I was just I would always come home from different events and stuff. I'm like, I love Vegas. I love going there. And at the end of the day, it was because of the people. I'm like, I just love being around these people. That was a big shift because we were both we should, move to Vegas. Why not? My work's there. Yeah. We got friends there. And so that's when we really were I think, we might move to Vegas. And so we even visited in July and just kind of were looking out at different areas and all that kind of stuff.
It was so fun being there. Going to their church, and we got invited to a 4th of July pool party, and we just left that trip so filled up because we're this community is amazing. We just loved being around a big group of people. So many people had kids, mm-hmm. and everyone was just so close with other people's kids. We looked at some areas in Vegas, feels very similar to Arizona. And so we're well, if you're comparing Arizona and Vegas, we're adding a community. The weather's still really warm, which was very, very important to me. I'm a sunshine girl. I like my sunshine. I don't like the whole season thing. And so that was there. Nolan had his, that's kind of the hub of their work. Vegas is a very creative place. And so it just made sense. We're this is mm-hmm. a huge step up from Arizona. As far as scenery and houses go, like the desert isn't necessarily our preference.
Sure.
And so we're like, it's kind of the same as Arizona.
That's when we were like, we should move to Vegas.
Yeah. Then that's kind of all that happened for 3 months.
So
we kind of just didn't talk about it.
And just for some context, though, before this next part, is within those 3 months, we visited Tri-Cities. And for me, at the time, we had our baby shower. My brother and sister-in-law found out they were having a baby boy. Kind of all these things were adding up. And then this last weekend, I was telling Madeline, because I just kind of felt like when we visited Vegas, I was like, something just didn't feel like home. It didn't sit right. Like, we went there and I didn't see like my future or like raising a family there. It just didn't like feel right to me. And that's kind of just like what I said. And then
I was like, yeah, I agree with you. And like, we hadn't really vocalized that with one another. And I think for me, it was more so how I felt the 3 months after. I didn't want to talk about moving. I wanted to pretend like it wasn't happening. Not because of Vegas, but just like, I think my nesting side of being pregnant, I was like, I just want to be here and now and present in this season of life, in this house. And like, our house to me is like so cozy. And I'm like, I just want to build a nice nursery for him and just be like in this stage of life, not thinking about moving and stuff. But I think now, hindsight, I think I was like kind of suppressing some worries that I might have had about, or not worries.
It just maybe didn't, if it was like me, it didn't just feel like, it kind of felt like, I don't know, it just didn't feel right. Yeah, it just didn't feel 100% right for whatever reason.
Literally, we sat on the couch for 4.5 hours straight and just kind of for the first time fully opened up ourselves to like how we were feeling about Vegas. Should we just tell them where we're moving? Where we've decided to move? Because then we can talk about why. Yeah. We are moving to Washington. Back to our hometown, back to Tri-Town, the 509, to our roots, moving back to the Tri-Cities.
Also, before we talked on the couch and even kind of started talking about what it would look like to move back to Tri-Cities, another thing was we started talking more and more about like, we can visit in the summertime, and then we're like, we can also, let's go visit in February for a couple weeks, and I can work from there, and we can go visit more, and I'm like...
And we were like, let's get you an office set up at my parents' house so that when we want to go, we can just go for longer periods of time with our son, and so he can be around family.
And in theory, it all was like, cool, you know, best of both worlds. I can be in Vegas, we can have warm weather, nice weather, be around our friends and the people that I work with, and then also be with family. But at the end of the day, it's like, what would it look like if we just moved to Washington? For me, honestly, it was like looking just way long ahead and being like, if I'm going to take my son every summer away from all of his friends in Vegas to Washington, once he's in school, that's not going to work because I don't want to take him away from his friends and not enjoy summer. And just long term, I was like...
And even just like the logistics of living there in the summer kind of stressed me out. And I was like, do we need like 2 sets of like dishes?
Yes.
2 bedside bassinets. Like, you start thinking about that. And then actually Nolan made a comment. He was like, how are we going to fit all this in our little car? I was like, I actually don't know. I think for us, like, we'd never truly actually considered moving back to Washington until this last weekend. Mm-hmm. We've wanted to live in bigger cities. Nolan has a creative job and has wanted to be around creatives. I've been a sunshine girl that doesn't want seasons. And so it just kind of seemed like we're not going to move back there. And so we just really didn't talk about it. And I think, like Nolan was saying, over these last couple of months with like going back there, our baby shower, oh my gosh, our baby shower was huge. And I literally was so exclusive with our invite list and just being there. And I'm like, so many people love us and love our baby. Like, we're so blessed to have the community that we have there and family that just like love us so much. And like, why would we keep our son from that? Why would we want to pass that opportunity to be around them up for what? better weather.
And I think with talking with you, like the two main things for me was we talked about everything, we processed everything. We're like, the best thing for our baby is to be in Washington with family. Mm-hmm. And then the second thing was...
And for us as parents, too.
And then the other thing, too, as we started talking about it, I just started to get, like, excited. I just think that's a good sign.
And I think we've always compared where we were currently living with these other states that we were considering moving to. And, you know, for the first time, like with having a kid, it wasn't really just about us. And so I think what really clicked and we had that light bulb moment is when we stopped comparing Arizona to Nevada and we started comparing Nevada to Washington. And we're like, okay, in both places we have a great community, but we have family over here. And family kind of trumps all, especially when it comes to having a kid. Like, no one's gonna love your kid more than their family. Yeah, I could be happy elsewhere, but I actually want to be around my family. Like, even just already, like, we've booked a plane ticket for February to go to Tri-Cities for 10 days because we want our son to, like, meet everybody.
This was before we decided to move back.
Yeah.
But anyways.
And, like, already I was thinking, oh, well, then we'll go back for, like, his sister's getting married and... Okay, and then maybe we'll move there in May. And I'm, like, already always thinking about, like, going there to be around family. So, like, now that we're like, okay, we're going to go move back there and have that all the time. Yeah, but I'm so excited to be around family and to have my son around family and, like, all these people just loving on him.
You don't need the sun when you have your son. I guess family's everything.
And
our family's everything.
And I think in the long run, like, we're just going to be happier in general. Am I, like, stoked about going back to seasons? No. But there's going to be vacations that we're going to take in the winter time.
There's never a perfect place. There's
everywhere
always,
has its cons.
Yes, always pros and cons.
Yeah. And so then at the end of the day, it's like, okay, well, what cons are worth trugging through for the pros? And I think, again, like I keep saying, at the end of the day, family, it's worth it. And honestly, weather's such a surface level thing. I'm going to learn to love the seasons, guys. You heard it here. I'm gonna like try to just implement cozy things into certain seasons that make me look forward to those not so desirable seasons.
They're probably going to wonder when we're moving.
Oh.
So we want to buy a house. Our plan right now is to... look at buying a house in March, and we would move maybe end of March,
whenever
April, but
find the right house.
It could be later.
Could be sooner. No, it couldn't.
We're gonna have the baby here.
After we told our friends and family we were moving, they're like, "Well, let's get you here right now. Like, we'll be there next week. We're gonna pack the U-Haul up," and I'm like, "Whoa." As excited as I am to be there, and I started feeling almost like, okay, let's like get to like moving day. Like, I just want to be there already, like thinking about what our lives are going to look like living there around like friends and family, and like giving Willow like a big grass yard, and we were looking at houses, and I like started getting so excited, and I was like, whoa, Madeline, you need to hold your horses. You're having a baby in 2 months. You love your house in Arizona. Anyways, I have amazing midwives. No, literally, if I were to move, I think it'd put me into labor. It's a big move.
No, yeah.
And so, anyways.
So we're going to be chilling.
Have our little son here.
Start looking in February.
Yeah, we're going to go down. We'll probably look at houses while we're there, which when we booked the trip, that was not our intention. And we'll just move when we find the right house. Worst case scenario, we might move in with my parents for a couple months, just depending on timing. We definitely, I think...
We should probably tell them that. They watch this and like, oh, really?
Yeah, they're going to be like, okay, cool. It's safe to say we'd want to be out of Arizona, though, in May. House or no house.
I mean, I'm down because it's going to get hot here, and why not be with family when we're going to be, I'm like, let's go. Yeah, let's go.
Yeah. So, anyways.
Let's go. Hey. People might ask us, do you plan on living there forever?
With us, can you ever really know?
Yeah, honestly, we don't know. We want to raise our kids there. And we want to have like 9 or 10 kids. I'm just kidding. We want to have multiple kids and like to raise them with family, and then who knows where life takes us. But we're
I think that was kind of planning. The other thing with
it's like, a long-term move.
Looking at other states is we almost were thinking of them already as short-term moves.
Right, and we do not want to keep moving.
We are so done with not just like moving houses. Like that's like we did that in LA 3 times. They were kind of bigger moves, but moving states.
Yeah.
No. I don't want to do it again for a long time, if not ever again. It's a lot of work.
I hope that clip never gets clipped out in like a year. And
I know.
Anyways, but no,
Jesus, please keep us there.
Okay.
We act like life happens to us, like we're not the ones making these decisions. That was also the thing that was appealing to us is like we already have roots in Washington. We already have our family. We already have an awesome group of friends. And all those friends have babies. And
it feels like an OP move, overpowered. It's like a gaming thing. All of our family are there. We have friends there. We have community church. There's literally...
I still go to my dentist there. I have an awesome chiropractor there.
It is like an overpowered move to go there because we are we're set.
Literally, we're walking in with roots.
We'll have everything we need.
Which is something, obviously, we've never done. That's not normal, is to move somewhere and already have your roots deep in the soil.
We've moved places where we've known nobody.
Yeah, everywhere we've gone, we've really not known anybody. Which is what's exciting, I think. Because it's exhausting starting over. Even like finding your good grocery store. I already know where I'm going to go grocery shopping.
Fred Meyer's?
No, that's expensive.
Where?
Winco.
Walmart?
Heck no.
Trader Joe's?
If they ever get their freaking Trader Joe's that everyone talks about. I think this is going to be a very cozy, nostalgic season of our lives. With welcoming our first kid into our arms, into our family, and then moving back. All those nostalgic things are just very exciting and just feel very cozy and right for our family and the season of our lives. What are you excited about, honey?
Grass.
She's excited to have a grass yard.
And friends.
She has a couple
family.
Really awesome doggy friends.
Family.
She loves her grandma and grandpa.
Now, surprisingly enough, she does not, she's too scared to swim in a pool, but she loves the Columbia River.
Loves the river, loves going boating.
She loves the river.
Hi, you can have good life.
She's a boating dog.
Yeah. We just couldn't leave her out.
No, I know.
She's also moving. Huh, baby girl. Anyways, guys, hopefully this is our last We're Moving announcement video. But
never say never.
But never say never, honestly. No, I think it's safe to say that we are going to our landing base.
But never say never.
We've just been flying around trying to find a good place for the winter. And at the end of the day, there's no place like home.
Okay.
Okay. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching this video. I hope some of it made sense. I feel like we're so all over the place. If you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and tick the bell so you get notified every time I post. We will see you in our next video.
Bye.
Or it's my channel, actually. I'll see you in
it's our
my
channel.
next video.
Our channel.
Bye.
Bye.